Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are decorating for Halloween. This is only my second year decorating for Halloween, but last year our family loved it so much, especially our boys, and I'm all set. Last year I wore a witch's hat, and this year I have a cute little ghost sweater, so I'm feeling a little festive right now, but I am so excited, and the boys are so looking forward to having all like the jack-o'-lanterns and just everything kind of fun and Halloween-y in here. I don't know if that's a word. Of course, before we start decorating, I do have some cleaning to do in our living room and also our kitchen. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. I wanna hear you say that you only want me. So I'm just starting out by tidying up our living room, and I wanted to start in here actually because there really wasn't a whole ton to do in here. Really, it's just kind of tidying up the pillows and blankets, and of course that pop-up tent that you saw a second ago. But because we have our theater room upstairs, and also because we spent a ton of time outside here in Arizona, I just don't find that our living room typically gets really messy, which is definitely a blessing because our kitchen is always a mess, I feel. But I did want to update you guys on our coffee table. A few of you guys have been asking over on Instagram and then here on YouTube sometimes, so I wanted to let you know what's been going on with that. So a few months back I had put in an order. I found a coffee table that I really liked. We just ended up deciding not to do the concrete coffee table just because we felt like it might not be the best for our kids. So anyway, I put that order in, and there's a whole long story that goes along with it, but basically I had to cancel that order. Just a ton of stuff fell through with it, and so I ended up ordering another one, and that one should be here by the end of the month. So fingers crossed, because I am really getting tired of not having a coffee table. I feel like our living room always looks incomplete, so I'm hoping that it will come on time, and soon enough we will finally have a coffee table. So I wanted to let you guys know a little update on this. So in a previous video, I had actually kind of rearranged our table. Normally we have the two chairs on the side the bench is on and the bench is up against the window, and we have just always had our table set up like that. I think it was because we didn't have a lot of room in our South Dakota dining room, and so we ended up putting the bench on the wall side, and that way the kids were able to kind of squeeze in there. But now that we're in our Arizona home and we don't have to push the table up quite as far up to the wall, we have a lot more room there, and it just ends up working out so much nicer this way, and I feel like it's way more inviting. It's just all around a good thing. So I'm really happy that so many of you guys had recommended me to do that, and I'm glad that I ended up just giving it a chance and trying it out because we love it so much. So one quick thing that I want to mention is I always get questions from you guys about our black silverware. one, where I got it, and two, if we like it and how it's holding up. So I can't remember when I picked these up, but I know it was definitely over a year ago, and they have held up so incredibly well. They have not chipped, they're not scratched, and I did get them on Amazon, so I do always have them saved in my Amazon favorites, which is linked in the description box below. So if you are in the market for some black silverware, definitely check these ones out that we have. We have loved them, and I totally would recommend them. Telling you that I need you, but you're off my radar now. Found myself in between the lines, underneath your bed sheets. It started fun, but now I'm in too deep into this flow. A zero-sum game that I will lose. There's no zipping past it. Every time you walk away from me, I want you. How could I want you more? Or when did I lose my perspective? Oh God, have I lost it? But my cravings for you so shameless, can't get enough. I've lost you, but I need you, and you're off my radar now. I've lost you, telling you that I need you, but you're off my radar now. I'm like an outcast from pillar to post. There's no denial, I'm chasing ghosts. I'm like an outcast from pillar to post, hitting you up but I'm stuck on hold. Is it really a bad reception out there? Where are you heading? Why ain't gravity pulling you in closer to me? Yeah, I've lost you, but I need you, and you're off my radar now. I've lost you, yeah, I lost you. Telling you that I need you, but you're off my radar now. I've lost you, I've lost you. I keep on looking for you. Hey, I don't get what this is about. You got my head spinning on my shoulders. I feel it burn inside of my chest. See the lines as they blur out. I can feel it knocking me out. You're bringing me higher and higher in every way. And all of my doubts, I can feel them, they're fading away. Oh, you're like a fantasy. I know this can't be real. So here I'm just starting to clean our stove off. I feel like I was able to do a pretty good clean on our old stove. It was a gas stove, and I was able to clean that pretty well with just my e-cloths. But on this electric stove, I am having to clean it like this so much more often. And so I kind of change it up how I clean it. I've used the pink stuff. I sometimes use Bon Ami, and then sometimes I use this Mrs. Meyer's cleaner like I'm using today. All of them work great. I just kind of like to change things up sometimes. But something we've shared a little bit over on the vlog channel is this stove actually doesn't work very well. I believe it's original to the house, and so it's about 15 or 16 years old. I think it's just builder grade. It was nothing fancy, and so the heating elements are inconsistent. They don't work the best, and also all the letters have been worn off of that. So I've just kind of tested it out myself, and I always am having to write the letters down, but every time I go to clean it, no matter how soft I try to clean it, I always scrub the letters off. And so every single week I'm having to rewrite the letters in Sharpie on there. But anyway, I just had to share that with you guys. It's just so funny. There's always like little quirky things whenever you move into a new home, or not a new home, but just a new home to you. And that was definitely one of the quirky things that we found out about this home once we moved in. I can't believe that I get to have you close on an endless road. I'm levitating now in one of those lucid dreams. In one of those lucid dreams, I walk within your
just lucid dreams. I don't take no chances. Fill up all the blanks with lemon sprinkled ice. Please don't ask me twice. Rhythm got me bouncing, bottles got me crashing. Don't you know? Don't you know that I'm just in it for the thrill of it? I just wanna get the hang of this, and I know there is no cure. We're moving to a drowning idea. I'm just in it for the thrill of it. I just wanna get the hang of this, and I know there is no cure. Drowning idea. I'm just in it for just the high life drift in the high life, just the high feel living in the high life drift, just the high life twist on the high life. I'm just in it for just the high life drift in the high life, just the high feel living in the high life drift, just the high life twist on the high life.
All right, so now that everything is nice and clean, I just had Kyle pull out the Halloween totes. So I'm going to kind of pull those into the living room and go through everything and see what I have. And hopefully everything will work good in this space. I really haven't gotten much for like new this year. It's just kind of what we had, but I think we should be good because I'm not planning on doing like full-blown Halloween. I'm planning on doing kind of like what I did with the front porch, where I just kind of sprinkled in Halloween along with fall decor, and that way it just doesn't feel overwhelming. Then we also get to keep up some of the fall decor because I really do love it, and I feel like I put it up a little bit later this year than I was hoping. So anyway, I think it'll be good, but let's go ahead and see what we got for Halloween decor. So like I said, I am mostly using things that we had from the last year when I decorated for the first time. I did end up picking up just a few things over the last few months, but it was just a handful of items that I picked up, I think at TJmaxx for the most part, and Home Goods. They typically have a lot of really unique items, and they also have great prices. So anytime you're looking for seasonal items, I would definitely check out those stores. But anyway, like I said, most of the items were ones that I had from last year. And if you haven't seen that video already, I will go ahead and link my last year's Halloween Decorate with Me. In that video, I shared where more of the items came from, and I also shared some fun recipes in that one. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. But anyway, something that I did a little bit more this year, as opposed to how I decorated for Halloween last year, was I really more embraced the fall decor that I already had up, and I left a lot of it up and just kind of added a Halloween twist onto everything. And I love how that turned out. It just made everything a lot more cozy. It made me feel a little bit happier because although our kids love the Halloween decor, and I do too, I think it's really fun, my heart just totally loves the fall decor, and so it's really fun to be able to keep that up a little bit longer but still be able to incorporate some Halloween for the kids. And with that being said, I do not go for like the gory Halloween stuff. I know a lot of people do that, and that's just not my style at all. So I kind of do a little bit more whimsical, anything really fun and cute, and I'm happy that our kids like that too, but it just makes me feel a little bit better not having anything like crazy or gory in our home. And so I love just kind of adding a more fun, whimsical touch to Halloween. It's just a lot of fun for the kids, and it's something that just our whole family can enjoy. I think I'm liking it so far. I definitely still have quite a lot of fall up here, and I'm still like kind of keeping those neutral fall tones, but as you can see, I've definitely added in some fun Halloween stuff. I think these are so cute. I'll give you like some good pans at the end of the video, but so far I'm really liking it. I do want to trade this out because although I love it, I feel like it's very fall, and I actually found something, I think at like TJmaxx. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those up next, and then move into the kitchen and then back into like the area by the couches once we have everything all cleared off. So if you've seen my other decorate with me videos, you know that I typically do not do much on our table. We typically just have like a fruit bowl here, and so I don't really do like a full tablescape or anything. And I'm not doing a full tablescape again today because we do eat at this table usually every night, and so I don't want to have to move all the placemats and move all of the everything to make it functional for us. So I just keep it really simple. But because I did end up moving the fruit bowl to another part of the kitchen, I ended up having a space to add some decorations here, and I love how this turned out. And one tip that you'll see me do a lot is actually add a tray or some type of tray-like item to the bottom of a few pieces of decor, and it just ends up making the space look really intentional, and it makes everything look like it really belongs there. So keep that in mind when you're decorating. If you feel like a few items that you're adding in just look like they're sitting there, add a little tray or a placemat or something like that beneath them, and it will end up making it look like it was very intentional and like it was meant to be there. So the next thing that I'm doing, and something that you see me do all the time whenever I'm decorating for the holidays or seasons, is to change out your kitchen towels. This is such an inexpensive way to decorate for the seasons. It's also functional and practical, and like I said, it's just very affordable to do this, and I feel like it does make a pretty decent impact. So don't overlook the kitchen towels whenever you are going to decorate for the season. And another thing that is very affordable and does make a big impact for Halloween is adding in like some spider webs to your fall decor, especially if you're trying to keep your fall decor up longer. Adding in some spider webs will make a huge difference and just give that little spooky effect. And then also something that I did last year and something that I'm continuing to do this year is add in these little bats. I just picked these up off of Amazon, so I will have the ones that I got linked down below. I liked it because they had some larger sizes in there, but they have a ton of different options, so definitely just kind of search on there and see which ones you like. But you can add these to a lot of different spaces in your home, and it really just kind of gives that spooky Halloween feeling. And again, both the spider webs and the bats are going to give a big impact, and they are very affordable, so that's another great option. So as you can see, the kids wanted to come help, and I always try to include them, especially when I'm decorating. If they are interested in decorating with me, I always try to let them come in and join me because this is their home too, and I want them to feel good about the decorations that we have in our home, and I want them to feel like they can contribute to holiday decor and just let them enjoy that a little bit, because that's something that I find a lot of joy in, and so I definitely don't want to exclude them if they are interested. Now with that being said, I definitely don't force them to help me. It's only if they want to, but usually when they see me decorating for things that they're actually interested in, like Halloween or Christmas, they usually will jump in and try to help out, and I love that. I think that's so fun. so now we have everything nice and decorated, and I love how it turned out. There's just like little pops of Halloween everywhere, but I feel like we still kept like the fall vibes going, just like a lot of those warm neutrals. So I'm really, really happy with everything. Luke and Noah already came down and helped me a little bit, so they already saw it and they love it already, but I cannot wait to show Liam, just see what he thinks. I think he's gonna love a few little touches here and there. But before we are done with today, I want to bring the kids in the kitchen and work on some little treats. I've already told the kids about the treats and they're gonna come down and help me, but I'm really excited to share these like really yummy Halloween treats with you guys. So let's jump into it. The boys are super excited to be making these because they know once they're made, they get to enjoy them. But the first thing that we're gonna do is make some Muddy Buddies. This recipe is just on the back of like every Chex box, but we're gonna make Muddy Buddies, and then we're going to add in a few extra little treats in there to make them like Halloween-esque. So we have like a lot of little goodies right here. We have little eyes and some chocolate pretzels, white chocolate, some M&Ms. Yeah, Scream M&Ms, and just kind of everything. So yeah. Anyway, we have all our stuff. We're gonna go ahead and start making some Muddy Buddies. So I do have a video from a long time ago when I first started my channel where Luke did a cooking with Luke and he kind of shares how to make these. So I'm gonna go ahead and link that video up above. Luke was so much younger, but it was such a cute little video. But I do want to share a quick little story. So when Kyle and I were very first dating, I actually made him Muddy Buddies. My best friend's mom always made Muddy Buddies growing up, and so that's how I originally found out about Muddy Buddies, but it's definitely not a secret. Like I said, they are on the back of every single box. But when Kyle and I were first dating, I actually made Muddy Buddies for him, and he loved them so much. He had never heard of them. He had never had them before. So anyway, I probably made them for Kyle like once a year. Fast forward to a few years later, we were about to make Muddy Buddies again. So Kyle and I were grocery shopping together, and I was telling him I was gonna make them, and we were walking through the cereal aisle, and I was like, okay, go ahead and grab Chex, and then just look on the back and we'll pick out whatever else we need that's on the recipe. And when he looked on the back of the Chex box and saw the Muddy Buddy recipe, his jaw dropped, and I was like, what? Like, what is wrong? And he told me that he loved Muddy Buddies so much because, of course, one, it was delicious, but two, he thought that I made up the recipe especially for him with all the things that he loved. And so it was so funny because I had no idea. He had never told me that. That's just what he had assumed. And so it was just such a funny thing to learn that that's kind of like why Muddy Buddies were so, so special to him. But anyway, I just wanted to share that quick little story with you guys. I thought it was so funny. Okay, so this is like a little bit weird, but because we have so much, you want to make sure you have like a completely unscented trash bag, and then you can dump your Muddy Buddies into here, and it just makes the whole mixing process so much easier. So now we have our Muddy Buddies all made up. They're just kind of chilling in the trash bag. You can kind of see them in there. But we are gonna leave those in there for a minute. The next thing we're gonna do is take the chocolate covered pretzels and make them into mummy pretzels. So we're gonna start by grabbing some parchment paper, and then we're gonna end up melting some white chocolate, drizzling that on, and then adding some little candy eyeballs. So here we are just starting to make the little pretzel mummies, and all we're gonna do is take regular chocolate covered pretzels, and then in a bowl I am just melting some white chocolate chips, and then I ended up adding them to a little Ziploc bag and then cutting the edge off of that. And as you can see, I'm just starting to drizzle it across the pretzels, and it's kind of starting to look like a wrapped mummy. And then we are taking that little eyes that I got, and then we're adding them onto the top. And then once you've done that, you just stick it into the fridge to let them chill for a few, and then break them apart, and you are all done. And then to finish up with this Halloween Muddy Buddy mix, you're just going to add everything into a bowl. I could not find a large enough bowl, so I'm actually using my crock pot, but we're just adding in the Muddy Buddies, some candy corn, also the little Halloween M&Ms, and then last but not least, those little pretzel mummies that we made earlier. Okay, you guys can have some. What are you guys eating first?
I ate one of the mummies.
The mummies?
I ate the candy corn first.
The candy corn? The candy corn or the pumpkin? You don't know?
Yeah,
It was orange. Do you remember when you did like a cooking with Luke a long time ago and you made Bunny Buddies? Yeah. So that is everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love decorating for Halloween for our kids. It's so much fun, and it just makes it like really fun and festive in our home. And I'm really happy that I ended up keeping quite a lot of the fall decor. It just makes my heart happy, and then all of the Halloween decor really makes our kids happy and just excited for the holidays coming up. So I love how everything turned out. I hope you guys got lots of decorating ideas, enjoyed hanging out with a friend, and also some cleaning motivation. And if you guys end up making that snack mix that I shared, go ahead and tag me over on Instagram. I'd love to see how yours turns out and see if you guys added anything special to yours. I do have lots of new videos coming out very soon, so make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss out on all of those. I will also put up a video on the screen right here that you can go ahead and watch next if you haven't seen it. I hope you guys have the most amazing day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!